Now, do you have any recommendations on how to get those endorsements? Because I don't remember in which book I read it, but it was great. It's a methodology that I've been using for a while. That it was to ask people that you know, people in your network, to endorse you for whatever they feel comfortable with, right? And it was a super mindful script that you would personalize the first part, so it's not just copy and paste, and then you do it with people that you have a connection, a closer connection than just a LinkedIn connection, right? You've gone to school with them, you've worked with them, they know you, they trust you. But what happened was that I did it so repeatedly that the algorithm thought I was using a bot. So
Oh,
I actually got banned from LinkedIn temporarily for several times, and I thought I was going to be exiled. For a while, they told me you were
oh,
banned from LinkedIn because of non-compliance with the
sure.
guidelines,
Mhm.
because they thought I was using a bot. I sent all those messages. I got all those profile views, which to them was an unusually large amount because all those
Right.
people came to my profile, and they endorsed me because they were people that knew me. So at first they thought it was a bot, and I got denied. So I wanted to preface the question with that story because I wanted to get your thoughts on what's your typical recommendation for people that wanna, okay, I decided to eliminate this one. It had a lot of endorsements. Now with this new one that it speaks more to what I'm actually doing, to my expertise, but I have zero endorsements. Where do I go from there?
Okay. There's one other element that I need to talk about skills before I get to that question, and that is that currently the top three skills are the most important.
Hmm.
They are, we think that they get extra weight in the algorithm. And so often I've left my clients with three new skills in the top three spaces, none of which are endorsed. And so that's hard to deal with. So I have never run into anyone who has been so faithful as to execute as you did, almost machine-like but I do suggest to people that they mention when they are with someone or in a networking thing, hey, we just redid my LinkedIn profile, my
Mm.
consultant and I, and I'm really excited about the top endorsements or the top skills that I have in my profile now, but I have a problem and they're not endorsed. Could you give me an endorsement if you're comfortable? And that I've never had anybody be as effective as you were, but I do suggest that they try to reach out for endorsements. And one of the things that I usually do is endorse them, right
Hmm.
after we've given them, so that they've at least got one going there.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. It worked, and I got the endorsements because he was all people I trusted, and I think that's what helped. I think when they, I think what happens is that there's an algorithm that sees these interactions, and it automatically does um, the shadow bans, or how they call it. And then if it happens several times, they just ban you. And
Mhm.
what happened, I think, is that somebody then, because what I was asking when I was sending my request is like, hey, look at the interactions so that you can see it's actual people, and I got the endorsements. So they probably went through then manually through the messages, and they saw, hey, this is actually people that came and endorsed, because I did uh, increase a lot those the endorsements for those skills. So it does help, but I
Yeah,
would say, yeah, do it instead of, because I'm,
gently.
yeah, I hustle and I go in. I'm obsessive with the things that I do. So I just did a bunch in a week. I would say pace yourself and maybe pick different days so
Oh,
that you don't flag the algorithm,
yes.
so that
You
you don't
know,
get banned.
another thing about endorsements, I used to get people who would connect with me, endorse 50 skills, and then say, I just endorsed your 50 skills. Now you do mine. And I would have to say to them, you know, that isn't the way that I play the game. We don't know each other. And so in thanks, I will go to your profile. I will read it. And the top 3 skills that come to my mind when I read your profile, I will endorse 3 skills. And to this day, I recommend that when someone is endorsing skills, that they endorse only 3 at a time. And the reason is that it is a very special nurturing tool. And you don't want to use all of your nurturing times at once. You want to, endorse them for 3. And then the next time you need a little interaction, you endorse them for 3 more. And so it's kind of like the little drip campaign.
Yeah.
So, the notion of having someone just endorse all skills, I think is fairly ridiculous.
Yeah, and I think LinkedIn is getting smarter about that, because it usually goes that an algorithm is created, somebody figures it out, and they game the system, and then it evolves, and that's how it happens. Because now they ask you to say the level of skill in which you would value that person,
Right.
and then how is it that you know?
Yes, absolutely.
So then it's like, okay, did you work with them? How is it that you know that
Yes,
that this person is skilled at this? So yeah, definitely be mindful of using your endorsements as well, because then the algorithm might tag you as not valuable if you just endorse everyone
yes.
out there.